And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. Let's take you out to Indian Springs High School. They had the big Kings of the Court boys volleyball tournament. The 9th annual has been going for a while now. It's one of the biggest events we have in the area for boys volleyball. Let's go right to the playoff round. This is Aquinas taking on Moreno Valley in the gold bracket semifinals. Ethan Tiu to Dylan Pito coming up there for Aquinas. And then Jaron Hall there for Moreno Valley. And how about this little bump? And it's going to fall in for the point. There, nice play there. Tiu had 21 kills in the match for Aquinas. There's one of them right there. And then it's going to be Chanel Sia-Osi coming up with a block for Moreno Valley. Sia-Osi coming up with another point right after that as Moreno Valley wins a battle with Aquinas in the gold bracket semifinals. 21-25, 25-18, and 17-16 in the decisive third set. So Moval wins 2-1 against the Aquinas Falcons. All right, let's keep it at the Kings of the Court tournament because we had a lot of matches and a lot going on. So let's go back out to, let's see, we're going to have a Royal Valley taking on Riverside Poly in this one. And Royal Valley would win the first one 25-20. Brandon Navarro to Eric Landon, and then Navarro to Brandon Navarro there with the play. Good job. Then Ivan Gutierrez to Navarro for the kill. Again, AV would take the first one. Poly would come back to win the second set. And then in the third and decisive set, it was 15-7. Riverside Poly wins and advances in the silver bracket semifinals. So Royal Valley will head back to San Andreas League play with an overall record of 5-6. So that was the silver bracket semifinals. Now we go to the bronze bracket semifinals. It was Indian Springs taking on Covina in this one. And the Coyotes going to work. Cristiano Ramos comes up with the point there. Then Octavio Perez for the Coyotes. And then Kayshawn Malone for Indian Springs. There's head coach Leo Chrisman. The Coyotes would get on a roll. Karel Lister comes up with the point right there. Indian Springs sweeps Covina in the bronze semifinals 25-23 and 25-17. So Indian Springs would move on and they would take on San Gorgonio. San Gorgonio took on Shadow Hills in the bronze semifinals, and San G would make quick work of the Knights. They sweep them 2-0 to advance to the bronze championship match, and it would be San Gorgonio taking on, well, Indian Springs. An all San Bernardino battle for the bronze bracket championship match. And it was a good one. I mean, San G and Indian Springs going back and forth. In the end, it would be San G winning this one by a score of 25-23 and 25-11. So congratulations to the Spartans winning the bronze bracket championship at the Kings of the Court tournament at Indian Springs. San G now 5-9 on the season. They'll return to Sunkist League play this week. And as for Indian Springs, they are now 7-15 on the season. And head coach Leo Chrisman and the Coyotes, they will prepare now for their Mountain Valley League opener against Pacific this week. So the league championship race now heating up. We'll see if the Coyotes can make a run at another MVL championship. So, but again, congrats to San Gorgonio winning the title there in the bronze bracket. All right, from Indian Springs boys volleyball, how about some Indian Springs baseball? We had our first county clash of the season. Let's take you out to San Manuel Stadium. The Coyotes taking on Public Safety Academy, the first of 3 games at the county clash out there. Let's check out some highlights from this one.
It's been great solid hitting right now for the Coyotes here. The Phoenix has not been able to get the infield stops. Next pitch. Swung out, that's popped towards left field. Adrian Jimenez backing up, and there is the drop. Jimenez couldn't get it down, and that's going to be an RBI double, and there goes the pitch. And that's going to be another run scored, as this could be an inside the park opportunity, and no, Aguilar's going to stay put at third. 2-2 pitch, and it's going to go past the pitcher. Gonzalez can't field it. It's going to be an RBI single. 2 outs in the waiting for Chris Cabrera. First pitch, a high hanging one towards the left field line. It drops for a base hit. It's going to be a run at the very minimum. And more miscommunication by the Phoenix, and that's going to be a second run scored, and now 11-0. 2-1. Good solid contact from Aguilar to right field. It drops for a base hit, gets past the right fielder. That's going to be a score there. And here comes Aguilar to third. It'll be uncontested, an RBI triple. The 1-0. Great contact by Aguilar, and that's going to go way past the center fielder. Base hit, run will score, a second one will score. Aguilar advances to second, and he'll stay put there. 2 RBI double. Next pitch. Swung on and a miss, and that is the game. Mercy ruled after the 6th inning. Final score here, Indian Springs 20, Public Safety Academy 2.
All right, big win there for Indian Springs. And after the game, we caught up with Coyotes head coach Jesse Holguin.
All right, we're out here at the County Clash Sam Manuel Stadium with the winning head coach, Jesse Holguin from Indian Springs. And Coach, a nice win against Public Safety Academy. But how fun was the experience just coming out here to play at the 66er Stadium?
Oh, it's always a great experience bringing the boys out here for them to experience something like this. At the end of the day, you know, it's for them. At the end of the day, we try to get these guys some type of opportunity to play outside of just their own home field. So it was a great opportunity for a lot of these guys. They don't get to experience it too often. So it was great for them to invite us and have us out here and participate in the County Clash.
You guys scored some runs today. You know, how can you use this maybe to kind of catapult into the rest of the Mountain Valley League season? There's some good teams in the MVL, so how can you use this maybe to kind of springboard you guys in the rest of the season?
With something like this, we kind of have to, you know, stay grounded, right? 20 runs are they're hard to come by, obviously, especially in our league and the way defensively and the way we, you know, only thing that we preach to these guys really is, hey, put bat to ball and good things will happen, right? That's just the biggest thing. So staying grounded, because 20 runs, you know, they don't come too often. So you get to enjoy them a little bit, however they come, right? So therefore, you know, moving forward, we just have to make sure that we stay even keel and continue to push forward.
Finally, Coach, what did you like specifically about this game? Was it the timely hitting with scores and running position, capitalizing on the other team's miscues? Like, what did you like about the Coyotes today?
Well, I think our biggest thing is our pitching, right? Our front line is always pretty good. They always keep us in the games long enough for us to get after it a little bit for them, right? You know, our front five, which is our top 5 guys, they did what was asked for them, which is drive in the runs when the guys are there in scoring position, right? And that was our biggest thing, right? We capitalized on a lot of you know, the walks and the errors and the mistakes. So it's one of the biggest things I think that we've encountered all season long is we don't capitalize, and today we were able to do so. And I mean, the runs that it shows at the end of the day. So I'm grateful for the boys, and I'm thankful for the opportunity.
All right, that's Indian Springs head coach Jesse Holguin joining us here from the County Clash as the Coyotes pick up a big win against PSA. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, when we come back here on Sports Weekly, more highlights and interviews from the County Clash. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.